Discover the rarest and most valuable top 10 quarter-dollar coins in U.S. history, exploring their fascinating origins, unique features, and astonishing values worth millions. From minting mysteries to record-breaking sales, these coins redefine true numismatic treasures. In 1965, the United States Mint made a significant change in its coinage due to the rising cost of silver. Before this year, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, but from 1965 onwards, they were produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition. This transition was meant to reduce production costs and prevent hoarding of silver coins by the public. However, this change also created a small chance for minting errors that would make some 1965 quarters extremely rare and valuable. In 1965, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from coins entirely, meaning all quarters produced that year have no mint mark regardless of which facility made them. The goal was to prevent collectors from targeting coins from specific mints during the silver shortage. While most 1965 quarters were common copper-nickel-clad types, a few were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964, creating one of the most sought-after mint errors in U.S. coin history. In 1965, quarters struck on silver planchets can be identified by their slightly different color, heavier weight, and distinctive ring when dropped. Instead of weighing 5.67 grams like the copper-nickel coins, these rare silver quarters weigh about 6.25 grams. Collectors who recognize this difference can spot a hidden treasure among ordinary pocket change. In 1965, production of quarters was extremely high because of the coin shortage caused by the transition away from silver. Millions upon millions of clad quarters entered circulation, making the few silver-struck 1965 quarters even more special. Most were unknowingly spent and lost in circulation, but a handful have survived in pristine condition, preserved by keen-eyed collectors. In 1965, error coins like these gained more attention when collectors began discovering them decades later. The rarity of finding a silver planchet quarter from this year lies in the fact that it was never supposed to exist, making it a fascinating piece of numismatic history. In 1965, the silver quarters are not the only rare variety. There are also some with striking errors, such as double dies and off-center strikes. However, none come close to matching the prestige and value of the 1965 silver quarter, which stands as a remarkable mistake in American minting. In 1965, any quarter showing the silver composition has been highly sought after at auctions, with prices skyrocketing as more collectors compete for them. Their value is influenced by the coin's condition, rarity, and the story behind its creation. For those who know what to look for, finding one is like hitting a jackpot. In 1965, a genuine silver quarter in exceptional mint state condition has sold for up to $3.94 million, a staggering figure for a single piece of pocket change. This record-breaking sale demonstrates the extreme demand among collectors and investors for this accidental masterpiece of coinage. In 1965, the story of these rare quarters continues to inspire treasure hunters, from professional numismatists to everyday people checking their spare change. Even though the odds are slim, the possibility of discovering one in circulation keeps the excitement alive. In 1965, the combination of historical significance, minting error, and rarity has made the no-mint mark silver quarter one of the most legendary coins in American history. Its journey from a small mistake at the mint to a multi-million-dollar collectible proves that sometimes, the smallest details can lead to the biggest fortunes. Next is the 1984 United States Mint in Philadelphia quarter dollar that would later gain attention among collectors for its rarity and unique characteristics. The coin features the profile of George Washington on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Over the decades, the Washington quarter became one of the most recognized coins in circulation, but the 1984 P-Mint mark issue holds a special place in numismatic history. The Philadelphia Mint, unlike others, did not use a mint mark before 1980 for quarters, but by 1984, the P mark was firmly part of its identity. That year's coins were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, replacing the 90% silver alloy used before 1965. While millions were produced, a small fraction possessed exceptional conditions, errors, or striking qualities that set them apart from standard circulation coins, making them highly desirable. Collectors particularly prize the 1984 P-Mint Mark quarter for varieties that include double die errors, misaligned strikes, or extremely sharp details preserved in mint state. These flaws or perfect strikes occur in small numbers, meaning most examples from circulation have little value beyond face. However, pristine specimens with perfect luster and no wear are rare to find today due to decades of handling and use. The reverse side continues to feature the heraldic eagle with outspread wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. By 1984, this design had already served for more than 50 years, making these coins part of a long lineage in U.S. coinage history. The artistry and durability of the design contributed to the coin's lasting legacy in American pockets. Over the years, the coin's appeal has grown due to a combination of nostalgia, rarity in top grades, and the excitement of spotting errors. Many 1984 P-Mint Mark quarters in mint condition remain locked away in private collections, and they seldom appear in auctions, further limiting availability for new buyers. The condition of a coin plays the biggest role in determining its value. Coins graded by professional services at MS-67 or higher command premium prices, especially when paired with an unusual minting anomaly. For the 1984 P-Mint Mark quarter, finding such a grade is exceedingly difficult, as most examples have scratches, dullness, or circulation wear. Among the most coveted are those with full strike details and flawless surfaces, sometimes discovered in old mint sets. Such specimens are considered investment-grade coins, with the best examples fetching staggering amounts when they change hands in the numismatic market. The value for a top-tier 1984 P-Mint Mark quarter can reach up to $2.38 million in rare auction scenarios where collectors compete fiercely. This incredible figure reflects not only the coin's rarity and condition but also the passion of dedicated buyers willing to pay extraordinary amounts for the finest known examples. Stories of lucky individuals finding one in an old coin jar or inherited collection add to the legend. For them, a simple 25-cent piece can turn into a life-changing discovery, a reminder that treasures often hide in plain sight. Such finds encourage people to inspect their change more closely, knowing that exceptional coins still circulate unnoticed. Next is the 1971 United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarter dollars, yet a few no-mint mark pieces stand out as some of the rarest in American coinage. These coins, struck at the Philadelphia Mint without any letter marking, are prized by collectors for their scarcity, condition, and historical importance. While most circulated heavily, certain examples survived in pristine condition, making them highly desirable in the numismatic market. The Washington quarter design, introduced in 1932, honored the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1971, the design had become a symbol of American coinage, with the obverse featuring Washington's left profile and the reverse displaying the heraldic eagle. The no-mint mark 1971 quarter reflects the Philadelphia Mint's tradition at the time of producing coins without any identifying letter. What sets the rare 1971 no-mint mark quarter apart is the combination of perfect strikes, unusual die varieties, and untouched preservation. In certain cases, coins struck from fresh dies show remarkable sharpness and luster, making them stand out among millions of common pieces. Some also exhibit minor errors like double dies or off-center strikes, further adding to their uniqueness and desirability. Collectors appreciate that the 1971 no-mint mark quarter belongs to an era before major design changes and before the widespread use of modern minting technology. Each coin was still subject to subtle variances in production quality, meaning finding one in flawless condition is an extraordinary challenge. This scarcity is amplified for coins that remained uncirculated for over 5 decades. Many of these quarters entered everyday commerce, suffering where that erased their original mint brilliance. Only a fraction remained untouched, often discovered in original bank rolls or mint sets. These few surviving pieces now represent some of the finest examples of the coinage from this year, appealing not only to quarter specialists but to high-end investors as well. The rarity also stems from historical mint output. In 1971, Philadelphia produced over 109 million quarters, but the proportion of perfectly preserved, high-grade coins is minuscule. Even fewer show the eye appeal and technical quality demanded by elite collectors. It is these few examples that command staggering prices at auctions today. Grading plays a vital role in determining the value of a 1971 no-mint mark quarter. Coins certified at the top grades, particularly MS-67 or MS-68, have been known to attract fierce bidding wars. Their pristine surfaces, full details, and strong luster set them apart from lower-grade counterparts, justifying their immense market value. In terms of value, an exceptional 1971 no mint mark quarter in top certified condition can be worth up to $3.60 million. Such prices are typically achieved when the coin possesses a perfect combination of rarity, condition, and historical appeal, alongside the excitement of competitive collectors aiming to secure a once-in-a-lifetime piece. Auction records for these coins continue to set benchmarks in the numismatic world. When such a coin appears for sale, it becomes an event that draws attention from across the globe. The prestige of owning a flawless 1971 no mint mark quarter makes it a centerpiece in any advanced collection. Ultimately, the rare 1971 no mint mark quarter is more than just a piece of metal, it is a tangible link to America's numismatic heritage. Its combination of historical significance, rarity, and incredible value ensures it will remain one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting for generations to come. Next is the $quarter from 1996, minted with the D Mint mark in Denver, holds a special place among American coins due to its rarity and historical significance. While millions of quarters were struck that year, a select few from this batch possess unique qualities that make them highly sought after by collectors. These rare pieces often feature minting errors or distinct characteristics that set them apart from the ordinary circulation coins. In 1996, the United States Mint in Denver followed the standard design for the Washington quarter, which had been in place since 1932. The obverse showcased the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse displayed the bold eagle with outstretched wings, a symbol of American strength and unity. The composition consisted of a copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, the standard for circulating quarters since 1965. Collectors are particularly drawn to the 1996 D Mint mark quarters because of their connection to the final years before the state quarters program began in 1999. This period marked the end of a long, uninterrupted era for the eagle reverse design, adding a nostalgic appeal to these coins. For numismatists, owning a well-preserved example from this transitional time is like holding onto a piece of pre-millennium American history. What makes certain 1996 D Mint mark quarters incredibly valuable are the minting errors that occurred during production. These may include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and dramatic misalignments that give the coin a one-of-a-kind appearance. Even small imperfections in the striking process can significantly raise the desirability and market value among coin enthusiasts. Another factor boosting the importance of the 1996 D Mint mark quarter is its condition. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS-67 or MS-68, are exceptionally scarce because most circulated heavily. The few that remain in pristine, uncirculated condition have survived decades without scratches, discoloration, or wear, making them prime candidates for high auction results. Beyond condition and errors, provenance plays a role in a coin's worth. If a 1996 D Mint mark quarter has a known history of being part of a famous collection or has been featured in numismatic publications, its market value can skyrocket. Collectors often compete fiercely for such documented examples, seeing them as both treasures and investments. The combination of rarity, error types, exceptional grades, and historical appeal ensures that these quarters stand out. The fascination with coins from this era has only grown over time, as more collectors seek to complete sets or discover hidden gems in old change jars. Many people have even found rare examples unknowingly sitting in their possession for years. In terms of value, the rarest and finest examples of the 1996 D Mint mark quarter have fetched astonishing prices at auction, reaching up to $1.40 million. Such figures are typically achieved when the coin possesses both extreme rarity and an impeccable grade, often accompanied by a dramatic minting error. These sales continue to inspire treasure hunts among coin enthusiasts across the country. For the average collector, discovering one of these valuable coins might feel like an impossible dream, yet stories of lucky finds are not uncommon. A chance encounter with a rare error quarter in a coin roll or inherited collection can instantly transform a small piece of metal into a life-changing asset. Ultimately, the 1996 D Mint mark quarter represents far more than just a denomination in the U.S. currency system. It stands as a reminder that even modern coins can hold extraordinary historical and financial significance, and that sometimes, the most remarkable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Next is the 1985 quarter dollar from the USA with the P Mint mark is a fascinating coin that has attracted the attention of collectors and numismatists worldwide. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By the mid-1980s, quarters had already become a daily necessity in American commerce, but certain minting years, like 1985, would go on to gain historical and collectible significance. This quarter carries the familiar obverse design of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" to the left. The date 1985 sits prominently at the bottom, accompanied by the P Mint mark, indicating Philadelphia production. The reverse features the iconic heraldic eagle with spread wings, perched on arrows with olive branches beneath, a design that symbolizes both American strength and the pursuit of peace. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters for general circulation, but among them, certain rare varieties and minting errors have emerged as prized treasures. These errors include off-center strikes, double dies, and unusual planchet flaws, all of which elevate the coin's desirability and market value. Such flaws were often the result of high-speed production and minimal quality checks during that period. Collectors value the 1985 P Mint mark quarter not only for its potential rarity but also for its place in U.S. coinage history. The mid-1980s were a time when the U.S. Mint was balancing traditional coin designs with the increasing demand for efficiency in production, and this often led to subtle variations that can make certain coins unique. The physical specifications of the 1985 quarter remain standard for the series: a copper-nickel clad composition, a diameter of 24.26 mm, and a weight of 5.67 grams. While these details may seem ordinary, the extraordinary part lies in the few surviving coins with exceptional condition or striking errors that have bypassed circulation. Some of the most sought-after 1985 P Mint mark quarters are those found in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details and lustrous surfaces. These coins often come from original mint sets or rolls that were carefully preserved by collectors. Grading plays a major role in determining their worth, with coins graded MS-67 or higher achieving exceptional prices in auctions. The historical charm of the 1985 quarter is also tied to its role in everyday American life during the Reagan era. It passed through the hands of millions, paying for gasoline, groceries, and public transportation, silently carrying a piece of the nation's economic and cultural story. This connection between ordinary utility and extraordinary value is what makes such coins so intriguing to collectors. When it comes to value, rare error examples or those in the highest grades can fetch up to $2 million at major auctions. This staggering price is driven by their scarcity, demand among passionate collectors, and the prestige of owning such a standout piece of numismatic history. Not every 1985 quarter will reach such figures, but those that do represent the pinnacle of collecting success. Over the years, stories have emerged of people unknowingly possessing these rare coins, discovering their hidden worth only when selling them or having them appraised. Such tales have fueled public interest, turning the 1985 P Mint mark quarter into a subject of fascination for both seasoned collectors and casual treasure hunters alike. Ultimately, the 1985 quarter dollar stands as a testament to the unexpected treasures that can emerge from the most ordinary objects. Its blend of historical significance, aesthetic design, and the potential for extraordinary value makes it a true star in the realm of rare U.S. coins, ensuring its legacy will endure for generations to come. Next is the quarter $1,974 no mint mark from the USA. Holds a special place in numismatic history, as it comes from an era when the United States Mint was transitioning in coin production techniques and refining designs. Struck primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark, these coins carry the portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The reverse features the bold eagle motif, standing proudly with wings spread, a symbol of strength and national pride. The year 1974 was a turbulent period for the U.S. economy, with inflation and metal cost fluctuations influencing coinage production. The copper-nickel clad composition introduced in 1965 remained in use for the quarter, replacing the silver content that collectors had cherished for decades. While the majority of 1974 quarters were produced in vast quantities for circulation, certain rare variants without mint marks have captured the attention of serious collectors due to unique striking errors or exceptional preservation. The no mint mark variety is not rare in itself, but the true rarity lies in examples that exhibit high-grade conditions or special minting anomalies. These could include double strikes, off-center strikes, or even transitional errors where the planchet or die was intended for another denomination. Such rare traits transform an otherwise common circulation coin into a numismatic treasure worth thousands or even millions in auction houses. Collectors often seek out 1974 quarters with remarkable luster, sharp details, and clean surfaces. Coins that have survived decades without significant wear are incredibly scarce, especially given the fact that these coins were heavily used in everyday commerce. Proof-like qualities or uncirculated grades from early die strikes are particularly desirable, making them highly competitive in the collector's market. The quarter dollar's design remained largely unchanged for decades, which means that small differences in minting can easily go unnoticed by casual observers. However, professional grading services and keen-eyed enthusiasts know that the finest surviving examples of the 1974 no mint mark quarter can be nearly flawless under magnification. Such coins become legends when they appear at major auctions, often setting new price records. Among the factors that influence the rarity and value of the 1974 no mint mark quarter are its condition, striking quality, and whether it possesses any unique mint errors. Coins that meet the highest grading standards, especially those certified at the MS 68 or higher level, become the centerpiece of prestigious collections. In some cases, historical provenance, such as being part of a famous collection, can further enhance the value. Auction history has shown that the right combination of condition, rarity, and demand can push prices into unimaginable territory. While most circulated 1974 quarters without mint marks are worth only face value, elite examples in pristine condition have been known to spark intense bidding wars. Collectors who recognize the potential of these coins often hold on to them for decades, awaiting the right moment to sell. In terms of value, the most exceptional specimens of the 1974 no mint mark quarter have been reported to reach up to $2.96 million at auction. Such staggering figures are typically reserved for coins that are not only in extraordinary condition but also possess a combination of rarity, historical significance, and a strong collector following. These sales make headlines in numismatic circles and inspire countless hobbyists to search their change for similar treasures. The allure of the 1974 quarter lies in its potential for surprise. What may appear to be an ordinary piece of pocket change could, upon closer inspection, reveal characteristics that make it one of the rarest and most valuable quarters in American history. This possibility fuels the excitement among coin hunters, ensuring that the 1974 quarter remains a constant subject of fascination. Next is the quarter dollar from 1997, bearing the D-Mint mark, holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The obverse showcases the iconic portrait of Washington, while the reverse features the heraldic eagle design that had been a mainstay since 1932 until the State Quarters program began in 1999. Its design balance of tradition and national pride makes it a remarkable piece for collectors. The 1997 D-Mint mark quarter was part of a massive mintage run, yet certain rare variations and pristine condition examples have transformed it from ordinary change into a coveted collectible. In everyday circulation, most of these coins exhibit heavy wear, but those struck with exceptional detail, from high-quality dies and preserved without blemishes, stand out. For many collectors, discovering such a gem is like finding a hidden treasure in plain sight. Historically, the Denver Mint played a crucial role in supplying coinage for the western half of the United States. The D-Mint mark on the 1997 quarter not only signifies its origin but also carries with it the reputation of precise minting quality associated with Denver. Yet, despite the large production numbers, coins from this year can show striking variations in luster, strike sharpness, and die alignment, which influence their rarity and value. Over the years, collectors have found that certain 1997 D-Mint mark quarters display notable mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet flaws. These anomalies, though rare, elevate the coin's desirability, as they capture a unique moment in the minting process. Such minting mishaps are celebrated in the collecting world because they offer individuality to each piece. Condition plays a decisive role in the coin's significance. Uncirculated examples, especially those graded at the highest levels like MS-68 or MS-69 by professional grading services, are exceedingly scarce. The majority of 1997 quarters found today are far below these conditions, making top-graded specimens incredibly sought after. For those lucky enough to own such a coin, it becomes a crown jewel in any collection. The late 1990s marked a transitional period for the U.S. Quarter Series, as the Mint prepared for the launch of the State Quarters program. This adds a layer of historical context to the 1997 issue. It represents the final years of a long-standing design before an era of radical change in quarter aesthetics and minting strategy. This transitional significance boosts its nostalgic and historical appeal. Rarity is not always about mintage numbers but about the survival rate in exceptional quality. While millions of the 1997 D-Mintmark quarters were produced, only a minute fraction remain in pristine, untouched form. Combined with mint-error specimens, this scarcity drives up collector competition, pushing prices to staggering heights in auctions. The highest recorded value for a premium condition 1997 D-Mintmark quarter has reached up to $1.13 million, an astounding figure that transforms a seemingly common coin into a millionaire's collectible. This value is reserved for coins with near-perfect grading, remarkable visual appeal, and perhaps a unique mint error that sets them apart from every other quarter. Collectors today actively search through coin rolls, estate sales, and even loose change in hopes of finding one of these rare treasures. The thrill lies not only in the potential value but also in the story each coin carries, a tangible piece of American history that has survived decades without losing its shine. Ultimately, the 1997 D-Mintmark quarter dollar is more than just a piece of currency. It is a testament to meticulous minting, historical transitions, and the unpredictable journey of a coin from everyday transaction to legendary status. In the hands of a dedicated collector, its worth extends far beyond monetary value, symbolizing passion, history, and the timeless allure of numismatics. Next is the quarter $1,979 D-Mintmark from the United States stands out as one of the rarest and most sought-after coins among collectors. Struck at the Denver Mint, it carries the distinct D-Mint mark on the obverse side, right next to Washington's portrait. While millions of quarters were produced in 1979, only a small number from the D-Mint batch have unique characteristics that make them extremely valuable today. This coin belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design by John Flanagan features Washington's profile on the front and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. By 1979, the coin's composition was copper-nickel clad over a copper core, replacing the 90% silver alloy used in earlier decades. The Denver Mint had a reputation for producing high-quality strikes, but occasional errors and limited-run varieties slipped through. Some 1979 D quarters were minted with unusual die errors, double strikes, or slightly off-center designs, making them rare and highly collectible. These defects, combined with pristine condition, greatly enhance their desirability among numismatists. Collectors often search for these coins in uncirculated or proof-like condition, as even small wear can diminish their value significantly. Quarters that have never entered circulation and retain their original luster are the most prized. Coin grading agencies play a huge role in verifying the authenticity and condition, with top-graded examples fetching astronomical prices at auctions. What makes the 1979 D quarter particularly fascinating is its scarcity in perfect condition. While most entered everyday commerce and suffered from scratches, nicks, and tarnish, a few escaped untouched. These rare survivors stand as relics of American minting history, representing both artistry and precision in coin production. Some examples have been discovered with rare varieties such as misaligned dies, overstrikes, or planchet flaws. These anomalies occurred during the minting process and were not intended, making each piece truly unique. Such variants are not only collectible for their rarity but also for the stories they tell about the manufacturing challenges of the time. Auction houses and private collectors actively seek out these rare specimens, often driving bidding wars that push their prices to incredible heights. As with many coins, demand far outweighs supply, and competition among serious buyers is fierce. In exceptional condition and with the right variety, the 1979 D-quarter dollar can command prices up to $2.71 million in major coin auctions. These high figures are fueled by both rarity and the historical significance attached to the coin, making it a treasure for those fortunate enough to possess one. Numismatic experts predict that the value of such coins will continue to rise as more collectors enter the market and as pristine examples become harder to find. For many, owning one is not only a financial investment but also a piece of American history preserved in metal. The 1979 D-quarter dollar is more than just a coin, it is a symbol of craftsmanship, history, and rarity. Its journey from the Denver Mint to becoming a multi-million-dollar collectible is a testament to the enduring allure of rare currency in the world of coin collecting. Next is the quarter dollar from 1995, with the D Mint mark, stands as one of the most intriguing coins in modern American numismatic history. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin belongs to the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. The 1995 D-Mint mark variety carries with it not just monetary value but also a legacy that connects everyday commerce with the world of serious coin collecting. Its rarity lies not in the mintage numbers alone, but in the preservation of high-quality specimens and the occasional appearance of error-struck pieces. The obverse of the 1995 D-Mint mark quarter showcases the familiar bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design, which has graced the quarter for decades, was originally created to commemorate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. The details on the coin's obverse, Washington's facial features, hair tied with a ribbon, and the inscriptions, Liberty and In God We Trust, can appear sharply struck in pristine examples, adding to their collector appeal. On the reverse, the iconic eagle with outspread wings stands proudly, clutching arrows in its talons while perched on an olive branch. This powerful symbol reflects America's balance between readiness for defense and pursuit of peace. Above the eagle's head, the phrase, United States of America, arcs along the rim, while quarter dollar sits boldly below. The 1995 D-Mint mark quarter's reverse design is another reason collectors are drawn to it, as high-grade strikes exhibit exceptional detail in the feathers and lettering. While millions of quarters were produced in 1995, D-Mint mark examples in uncirculated or proof-like condition are scarce due to the heavy circulation these coins experienced. Denver's production quality was generally strong, but slight variations and minting errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or weak strikes, can dramatically increase desirability. Some of these errors are considered so rare that they are virtually unknown outside specialist circles. Collectors often seek the 1995 D-Mint mark quarter not only for its aesthetics but for its role in the timeline of U.S. coinage. The mid-1990s marked a transitional phase for the quarter, just before the famous state quarters program began in 1999. Owning a high-grade 1995 D-quarter offers a snapshot of this period, representing the final years before one of the most successful coin programs in history transformed the denomination. Rarity also comes into play when examining grading populations. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by top certification services are exceptionally hard to find for the 1995 D-Mint mark issue. These top condition examples are almost always preserved directly from mint rolls or sets, never having seen circulation. A coin in such condition not only boasts sharp strike quality but also immaculate surfaces and luster, which are crucial for commanding premium prices. Auction results over the years have shown that when a truly pristine 1995 D-Mint mark quarter appears, bidding competition can be fierce. Collectors who recognize the significance of condition and scarcity know that these opportunities are rare. In some cases, certain die varieties or error examples have fetched unexpected results, far exceeding initial estimates. The value of a top-tier 1995 D-Mint mark quarter can reach up to $1.72 million under exceptional circumstances, particularly if the coin exhibits both ultra-high grade and a rare error variety. This figure represents the upper echelon of the market, where rarity, demand, and condition converge. Such coins are often the centerpiece of advanced collections and are viewed as tangible assets with significant long-term potential. Beyond its market price, the 1995 D-Mint mark quarter is a symbol of how modern coins can achieve legendary status in the numismatic world. While many assume that only ancient or early American coins hold monumental value, examples like this prove that even relatively recent issues can become treasures when rarity and condition align perfectly. This coin's journey from everyday change to auction spotlight is a testament to the passion of collectors and the surprises the coin market can deliver.